We will continue with our discussion in chapter 7, where we are starting from text 13, 7.13 today. गुणमये भावे एवि सर्वं जगत् मोहितं नाभिजानाति मामेभ्यः परमप्रियम्। Deluded by the three moods, goodness, passion and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the moods and inexhaustible. The whole world is enchanted by the three modes of material nature. Those who are bewildered by these three modes cannot understand that transcendental to this material nature is the Supreme Lord Krishna. Every living entity under the influence of material nature has a particular type of body and a particular type of psychological and biological activities accordingly. There are four classes of men functioning in the three material modes of nature. Those who are purely in the mode of goodness are called Brahmanas. Those who are purely in the mode of passion are called Kshatriyas. Those who are in the modes of both passion and ignorance are called Vaishyas. And those who are completely in ignorance are called Shudras, and those who are less than that are animals or animal-like. However, these designations are not permanent. I may be either a Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or whatever. In any case, this life is temporary. But although life is temporary and we do not know what we are going to be in the next life, by the spell of this illusory energy, we consider ourselves in terms of the bodily conception of life, and we thus think that we are American, Indian, Russian, or Brahman, Hindu, Muslim, etc. And if we become entangled with the modes of material nature, then we forget the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is behind all these modes. So Lord Krishna says that living entities deluded by these three modes of nature do not understand that behind the material background is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There are many different kinds of living entities, human beings, demigods, animals, etc. And each and every one of them is under the influence of material nature. And all of them have forgotten the transcendent personality of Godhead. Those who are in the modes of passion and ignorance, and even those who are in the mode of goodness, cannot go beyond the impersonal conception of the Absolute. They are bewildered before the Supreme Lord and His personal feature, which possesses all beauty, opulence, knowledge, strength, fame, and renunciation. When even those who are in goodness cannot understand, what hope is there for those in passion and ignorance? Krishna consciousness is transcendental to all these three modes of material nature, and those who are truly established in Krishna consciousness are actually liberated. Srila Prabhupada explains that the nature of the soul is to be very active. Active in reciprocation of the heart. So the soul acts on spiritual plane. But now in this world, material world, the soul is covered And because the soul is covered, then owing to the influence of the covering, the nature of the soul does not come out. Little comes out. Slowly it comes out. Nature of the soul. So the more the covering, the more it becomes difficult to make any constructive motion actually. The more it becomes difficult to make such a move that the quality of one's life improves, qualities of others' life improve actually. How coverings overpower a person. And step by step, the living entity gets more and more entangled. That is what the Lord is explaining here. That the display of the three modes completely intoxicates the living entity. Completely entangles the living entity. So first and the most important step is to identify that yes, we are getting influenced. If we think about a situation at different times, say for example a situation and how we'll react to that or how we'll respond to that, if you think about it at different times, you will see that the response, what comes out is different. Given a situation, how to react to it. Morning we think, the response will be different. Afternoon we think, the response will be different. Prasad is not so good, the response will be different. Prasad is very good, the response will be different. Taken a good sleep, the response will be different. Somebody came and gave us some extra service, the response will be different. So, given a situation, at different times, the response of our reaction to the situation will be different. This means we are influenced. We are under different kinds of influence. And therefore, just like a faulty instrument, a single reading from a faulty instrument is not to be considered, should not be considered And one simple way can be take multiple readings and average them all. So errors may get at least one will go closer to the answer, like that. And the other way of dealing with the faulty instrument is that one marks, make some benchmark, okay, this is zero benchmark. So zero benchmark may read 25 in the instrument reading, but then one understands this is zero benchmark according to the settings. And then every reading one adds a correction factor accordingly. So two things actually. The first thing is that taking multiple readings. So now if we start taking multiple readings actually, we will see that those readings differ actually. So say suppose a devotee has not behaved nicely with us. At one point of time we may want to shout back at that devotee. Another point of time we want to complain. Third point of time we may not want to look at his face. Fourth point of time we are okay. So different responses actually. Now in this state when we are influenced, actually, we will see that in the state when we are influenced, we should wait. And another time when we should take reading, and when we take multiple readings, we will see different responses. This is first observation. Another observation we can see also is that you see passion and ignorance. Unless one has gone very deep into it, passion and ignorance is not the natural state of the living entity. And we can see that. Because the point is that, so how we can see that is that, because you will see what is natural state, slowly living entity comes to that state. Suppose we are feeling angry at a person, and at that time we want to do some destructive activity, verbal, physical, something. Now if you wait for 2 days, again think about it, everything is gone. What does this mean? Everything is gone. You're not saying, I said, okay, fine. It's okay, fine. Life can continue, which is good. Life doesn't end. I have thought of some other way, how will I get my things done? Finish. So, this goes to show that this passion and ignorance is not the natural state actually. It's just like a spring, and a spike it goes into some direction, but it comes back actually. So the natural state of the living entity is not passion and ignorance, it's artificial. Therefore, when being in passion and ignorance, there is a lot of strain. It saps away a lot of energy actually. Why does it sap away a lot of energy? It's not the natural state. Therefore, no one is happy about it. The passion is typically characterized by burnout. People are burning out. They're burning out actually. That's passion. And ignorance, one is destructive, but then the point is that he is himself so restless and the mind is so agitated that inside he is the most troubled, isn't it? Just like say for example, a person is in angry mood. As soon as everybody understands, okay, he is in angry mood. Now people understand, okay, this fellow is in an angry mood. So what do people do? People, somebody takes his book and goes and sits in front of somebody, so people understand this is not the time to approach. This is not. So very easily people will go here and there, devotees go here and there. So the vent of the passion and ignorance, others will dodge from it, but then who suffers from it the most is we ourselves, isn't it? You have seen a family, one member is shouting, बाकी सब तो अलग अलग रूम में चले जाते हैं, सब अपना ठीक है उसका गर्म हो गया है, उसको भी छूने का है ना, जब उनका ठंडा हो जाएगा तब उनसे आगे बात करेंगे, राइट. So this is the point actually, that it's not our natural state. A lot of strain in passion and ignorance. There's a lot of strain. So therefore, whenever we see that okay, situations demand from us something, the first reaction will be nahi karunga, na. Then afterwards, ठीक है क्या कर सकते हैं, ना. So it's like that, na. Like we created one room down for Jada for devotees, you know, like that, na. So the brahmachari's room was taken, na. We gave them a room, it's a smaller room, na. Like that, na. We gave them a bathroom, and it is one floor up, like that, na. The first response of brahmacharis was, ऐसा है क्या है ना, कभी नहीं होगा रिपोर्ट, ना, ना, ना. Another response was, है ना, 7:45 है ना offering, 7:44 आऊँगा, ना, 9 o'clock निकल जाऊँगा, ना, सुबह 4:29 आऊँगा, ना, 7 o'clock निकल जाऊँगा. So now, है ना, fiery response, है ना. So I understood, not to face any of them, So I was sitting in KGP peacefully, and neither I so neither I SMS nor I sent email, nothing, neither, So actually many times you have to leave things on time, because time is Krishna, So we have to leave things to the time factor that Krishna I cannot handle, It's not in my capacity to handle, So neither, you please said it right, and Krishna's time actually, therefore time sets everything right, So after the week, I came, then I saw the devotees were peacefully sitting, and I didn't ask her, is it okay? Because you see, the whole point is that the first reaction is what? Nahi, But then afterwards, fine, okay. At least this need should be there, Fine, So then settles. Is it not? That is the point. So we see that things do, these surges do settle. Is it not? Like that. Like say, so these surges actually, does settle actually. Like sometimes, the boss is angry, The boss is saying, hey, you fellow, you did not work, you are getting no promotion for you, no increment for you. Got it? Like that, So immediately one may feel very angry. क्या समझ के रखा? अभी resign करके देता हूँ, समझा क्या है, Like that. But then you go back and take water, think about it, resign करूँगा, क्या होगा, नहीं होगा, ठीक है, क्या कर सकते हैं, क्या कर सकते हैं? Slowly देखते हैं कुछ और आ गया लाइफ में तो, So you see, the whole point is that passion and ignorance in the life actually come as surges. But actually, now the point is that if one subdues to those surges, an upsurge comes, the spike of passion and ignorance, and at that time, when subdues to those surges, then what happens is that then in that case, what happens is that slowly one is coming in a state that he always starts remaining in a high energy state. So now in chemistry, if you study, say for example we have a carbocation, it's a C plus, it's a C plus structure. And there are other fellows attached to it, like that. Now carbocation is many times intermediate species in reactions, like that. Simple, Now the point is that the carbocation, the quality of this is that carbocation is what? Very reactive in the first sense, very reactive,
most unstable organic.
Most unstable organic compound. Like that. इसलिए टिकता ही नहीं है, Like that. वो टिकेगा ही नहीं, So therefore passion ignorance means what? आदमी टिकता ही नहीं.
very reactive. कोई भी आ गया तो immediate excitement, immediate frustration, immediate excitement, immediate frustration, है कि नहीं? Somebody said एक सेवा कर दिया तो शाबाश, दूसरा नहीं किया, immediate excitement, immediate frustration. Very reactive species, high energy species, and therefore highly unstable species. Actually. So this is the point that the more instability in mental settings means what? Instability in mental settings means that one is never on a realistic plane, वो कभी जमीन पे आता ही नहीं है. Either he is floating in ambition, हम ये करके दिखा देंगे, इसको फोड़ देंगे, इसको तोड़ देंगे, है ना, दिखा देंगे, है ना. So one is always in ambitions, or one is always creeping, This didn't happen, this fellow, that fellow, I'll teach him a lesson, teach that person a lesson, Another characteristic is imagination. One is simply imagining, okay, this person behave with me like this, then I will do like that, but then if he does like that, then I will do like that, Now the point is that, so one is very highly reactive, high energy means there is a lot of mental activity which just keep going on. Now mental activity is illusory, but it takes away real energy and it takes away real time. That is the problem. Okay. Mental activity illusory, but it takes away real energy, it takes away real time. And you will see, do this, don't do this, but you might have already done this many times, And suppose you are in hyper-mental activity zone, or either one is thinking of imagining what will happen, how will I work it out, this, that, or one is thinking of some illusory imagination, some negativity, okay, this person, that person, like that. So do this 1 hour, 2 hour activity, after that you feel so tired. You experience this? You're so tired and drained out. किया क्या? कुछ नहीं किया, isn't much, right? You're so tired and drained. This is the nature of hyper excitement actually, or hyper zone actually. So sometimes I see devotees get excited in a hyper zone, like that. And because of excitement in a hyper zone, in that excitement they are imagining, हाँ ये हो जाएगा, बहुत अच्छा होगा, फिर ये भी होगा, 2 घंटा डिस्कशन, उसके बाद दोनों सो गए 2 घंटे के लिए, इतने इंटेंस डिस्कशन कर दिया, पूरे वर्ल्ड में कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस फैला दिया है ना, मतलब ऑलमोस्ट ऐसा है ना, कितने तो मंदिर खड़े कर दिए, क्या क्या कर दिया है ना, उसके बाद इतना इंटेंस हो गया, उसके इतना सेटिस्फाई हो गए, सो गए, है कि नहीं? So you see the point is that this is Tribhir Gunamayi Bhave again. So one does not come to the plane of reality, on the ground, कभी on the ground कुछ कर दो. So this is the nature of hyperzone, mode of passion and ignorance. And therefore we see that actually the nature of Krishna consciousness is that it subdues the passions and ignorance. It is explained, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains actually, that the point is that there are many things actually which we can work on. Like Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that now living in this world, say suppose a person sees a woman, he gets attracted. So Srila Chakravarti says that actually if you cannot avoid looking at women, you cannot avoid women. There are so many women in this world. But then he says, so how to save oneself from lust? He says, okay, there may be women around, but if you are very determined, that I don't have to give and take anything with women. That I am not going to fall prey to this. No such, lusty thoughts and all that. They are very determined. Then even if women are there in front, one will not feel attracted. So that determination quotient has to be cultivated. Similarly, so that means that by feeding the counter activity, one gets above the entanglement. Like that. It's like Narad Muni explains that, see, the point is that just like, so you are hungry, hunger is a force. So now this hunger is a force, and then now you eat something, the hunger is satisfied. And now the point is, now Chakravarti Pad explains that okay, that this is the case, but then if you are on a fasting day, then by your determination the hunger and thirst is satisfied. If you are determined, today I will not eat anything. So we experience the fasting. Because otherwise, the normal day, suppose the class is before prasad, the class extends 10 more minutes, then many devotees start feeling very restless. क्या हो रहा है ना, ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है ना, क्लास खत्म नहीं हो रहा है, प्रसाद से सेपरेशन ना, severe separation. So it becomes very difficult. But if it is explained, the fasting day कुछ बना ही नहीं है प्रसाद ना, तो फिर कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है ना. And the person may go on, ठीक है सुनाइए क्या कर सकते हैं, तो और तो कुछ कर नहीं सकते, ठीक है, एटलीस्ट टाइम तो पास होगा. So you see, the point is this actually. Similarly, actually, you will see that Narad Muni explains that in a similar fashion, that if one hears Krishna Katha, then actually that destroys or counteracts lamentation and illusion. Lamentation and illusion. Narad Muni explains, comes in Bhagavad. So, when you hear Krishna Katha and we discuss Krishna Katha, the lamentation is gone. The illusion is gone. Like that. So we need to focus on the counters. We need to focus on the counter activity. So very nice actually. When I read it, I felt very nice. And yes, many times they are moaning, they are miserable, like that. Just sit down and hear. Let's just sit down and discuss. By that, the end of that experience, one will feel very light. Illusion is gone. So nice. Many times we are in illusory state, है ambition is another name of illusion actually, I think it's. Ambition is another name for illusion. So that's the problem with the people actually. The problem with the people is that the people keep dreaming all their lives. और कुछ करते ही नहीं लाइफ में, है ना? People, most of the people in the world, they just keep dreaming all their lives, and that's all. Take it. They just keep dreaming all their lives. It is so nonsense. nonsensical, you know? It is so ridiculous, it is so unfortunate. They don't do anything else. Simply dreaming and nothing else. Just like I happened to open this LinkedIn, you know, a few days. You know, so LinkedIn actually somebody had sent a link or something. So you know, so it had written that somebody, you know, some college pass out, they made a $20 million company, you know, like that. So we also have a company, but it is, you know. So I got little provoked. So okay, ये $20 million कैसे हो गया है ना? Let me see, है कि नहीं ना? So they had, so it was written that 6 fellows, you know, they came together, 1-2 years they did some job here and there, they came back and they came together $20 million. You know? So one website, then I got a little more into it. What's a website, you know? So, you know? So anyways, no point in telling the name of the website, you know? Like that, you know? So some, you know? So then that day, you know, I did not look at the website, but I was wanting to know. It was a content-based website they created and $20 million. क्या हुआ है ना? कैसे हो गया ना? अपना तो ना transcendental. So then I saw ये कौन सा content डाल रहे हैं? अपने पास ही बहुत content है ना? Like that, ना? So I told 1 or 2 devotees, and I told, okay, we will schedule a time, we will really do, you know, proper analysis of this site. कैसे, you know, से कर दिया है ना? So we opened the site, and there were other devotees also. So we opened the site, and then there was some news on it, you know? Okay, you know, there were news things were there, you know, like that. And other than news, actually, there were, you know, there were all articles, the image and article probably, an image or a video shoot or, you know, like that. I didn't click into it, but I was just seeing the headings, you know, like that. And the article video shoot or article image or something like that, or something like that, you know. And everything was based on movies, you know. And and everything something like, you know, 10 scenes, you know, which were like this, you know, and 10 these which were like that, you know, and 10 aspects, you know, which were like this, you know, and you know, everything was based on, you know, movies, you know, like that. And it is written 1,000 employees, more than 1,000 employees, 20 million company, you know, like that. 6 fellows started 4 years back, like that. So everything based on, you know, movies. So कहाँ का है ना, एक मुगले आजम करके कोई मूवी था, है ना, उसका भी फोटो दिखा, एक आर्टिकल उसका भी था, है ना, ऐसा है ना, और कई सारे तो पता नहीं कौन कौन से थे, ना क्या क्या थे, ना, like that. So everything, you know, so probably then I was wondering that, you see, what is basically happening, you know. Then there was a tab culture, you know, मैं उसको खोल दिया, ना, culture, ना, मुझे लगा है ना, इसमें कुछ तो टिकटॉक हो गया ना. That was also movies. No, all articles and movies. It was not outright obscene, but then that type of consciousness is there around, you know. It was not an outright obscene site, but then that kind of things are there. And every day they have articles like that, you know. And that means a lot of people are following it. A lot of people are going. If it is, you know, and if it is at 20 million, that means a lot of people are, you know, looking at it. But then that means what are people excited by, you know? And then you are understanding, ठीक है, ये डालेंगे तो फिर कहीं पे भी डाल दो, लोग आ जाते हैं देखने के लिए, है कि नहीं? You know, 20 scenes which are, you know, mind-boggling, you know, 20 mysterious, you know, 5 types of horror scenes, you know, which are, you know, which will shake you up, you know, 5 types of this, 6 type of this, 8 type of this, you know. And see, type, you know, that way. So now basically the whole point is that what are people up to? And the point is any garbage site, you know, you open and you put all this and everybody, you know, starts going there, you know, is it not? So basically, what are people excited about is simply going into illusions and nothing else, is it not? This whole industry is simply an illusion creating industry, is it not? No. Simply an illusion creating industry. And people are excited about, going into illusion again. So people are very excited about going into illusion again and again, again. एक नया रीजन इल्यूजन में जाने का ना, और एक नया रीजन, 8 types of illusion, or 6 types or 5 types, like that, and people are very excited about it. So that is what people are doing whole life. They are simply dreaming and nothing else. Veer Kunamayir Bhaver. It's so unfortunate. Is it not? So unfortunate actually. कुछ तो realistic करना चाहिए लाइफ में, is it not? So you see, और पता नहीं कौन से 1950 का भी लेके रखा है ना, वो मूवी का डायरेक्टर भी नहीं है, हीरो भी नहीं है, हो सकता है वो मतलब लास्ट डेज में हो, लेकिन ऑलमोस्ट लेकिन है ना, ये फिर भी लेके चल रहे हैं उसको, ठीक है, लाइक दैट ना. So just imagine, what kind of state people are in. The most of the time people keep dreaming in this street again. So people are so excited about this dream thing, is it not? And so this is covering actually. This is illusion. This is illusion actually. And therefore actually, to reduce this illusory content in one's life, like I remember in VTW one day, it was a Saturday, obviously Saturday, Sunday, so we had a weekly class in the evening, तो अच्छा वैष्णव सॉन्ग कर दिया, तो पहले देखा एक्चुअली people, we told them after morning class सो जाओ, सो नहीं रहे थे लोग, हम क्या हो गया, सो नहीं रहे, लगता है कुछ असाइनमेंट मिला है या एक्साइटेड हो गए कुछ एल्गोरिथम कॉन्सेप्ट, लाइक दैट, सब के सब ग्लूड, पूरा, या तो मोबाइल या तो इसमें क्या है वो लैपटॉप. फिर क्लास में फिर उन्होंने भेजा, बुला के लाइए, सबको टाइम हो गया, फिर सब लोग आ गए, बैठ गए, है ना, ऐसा है. तो जब भेजा तो हम देखे हमारे प्रभु जी ही वॉज टेकिंग एवरीबडी मोबाइल, इधर देखे जाओ, सबमिट करके बैठो उधर, है ना. तो सब ऐसे ही बैठे हुए थे, सबके लैपटॉप मोबाइल्स पहले ही सबमिट कर लिए गए थे, एंड आई वाज वंडरिंग चल क्या रहा है, समझ में नहीं आया मुझे, बट एनीवेज आई गिव द क्लास, आई sang Vishnu songs and all, had a nice time, like that, क्लास एंडेड, तुरंत सब गए फिर से, फिर सब अपने अपने मोबाइल लैपटॉप ऑफिस लेके, कुछ, then I went down, I was doing other things and all, 10:30, 10:45, nobody was sleeping, everybody, पूरा excited, then I asked, चल क्या रहा है, फिर समझ में आया क्रिकेट मैच चल रहा है, और 11 बजे भी 2 लोग लगे हुए थे, कुछ स्टेबल स्टेट पे आ जाए तो सो जाते हैं. तो एक दिन में वो पता नहीं मैच कहाँ से आ गया, कौन सा मैच था पता नहीं, लेकिन कुछ तो था, पाकिस्तान इंडिया हार गया था ना शायद. So one first year not coming for class, so our Prabhu he told him, that देखो आ जाओ क्लास में, नहीं मैच चल रहा है ना, तो देखो आ जाओ, नहीं मैच चल रहा है, देखो आ जाओ, नहीं तो इंडिया हार जाएगा ना. But it didn't came, like that, and India हार गया, like that. And after the class, the student said, Prabhu, what is this? India lose the match. See, the point is, such such a level of intoxication, na? Vir Gunamayir Bhaver. So when will one come to the platform of reality actually? So much intoxication is going on. Right? So this is the problem actually. Right? अब स्कोर बोर्ड में कुछ भी हो अपने लाइफ के स्कोर बोर्ड में क्या फर्क पड़ता है ना? Only time is getting missed, nothing else. But very exciting. Right? That way, na? So, in this way we can understand how, life simply goes away in dreaming in illusion in this case actually. And therefore, we need a strong sadhana to help us come out of these illusions. That's one kind of problem. Maya gives us actually, puts us into illusion and we are bound. ठीक है? जैसे वो बच्चे को एक खिलौना दे दो, वो गया 3 घंटे के लिए, ठीक है? ना उसी के साथ ऊपर नीचे आगे पीछे आओ बाओ करता रहेगा ना, ना? Do something with it, ठीक है ना? Do something with it, ना? ना? So 3 hours he is engaged, उसके बाद वो बोर हो जाता है, उसके न्यू चैनल ही needs, ना? Then you show him something new, he says, So this is what Maya does with this actually, na? The person is bored with life. Maya says, नहीं रुको एक नया मूवी आ रहा है, ब्लॉकबस्टर होगा. एक नया है ना? तो फिर मूवी देखते हैं लोग, फिर मूवी का ट्रेलर देखते हैं लोग, है कि नहीं? मूवी देख लेना, ट्रेलर नहीं हो, क्या होता है? मेकिंग, है कि नहीं? मेकिंग
कैसे बना है?
हाँ, कैसे बना है ना? कैसे कैसे भावों के उथल पुथल में बनाया गया है ना? वो भी बहुत एक्साइटिंग रहता है लोग, फिर उसके बारे में चर्चा करते ना. So the point is that the Maya keeps giving new and new illusions, and therefore the living entity is caught up. So this is one kind of entanglement Maya Shakti creates actually. And there is another kind of entanglement is lamentation actually. The other kind of entanglement is what Maya makes a person very excited, है ना? उसको चढ़ा देती है और आदमी जब चढ़ जाता है then it hits very badly, ना? This is that. Now, it hits very badly actually. There's a hyper-excited state, and in that hyper-excited state actually, then if the demands and the expectations are not met, then it is hyper-frustrated. And now when one is hyper-frustrated, now is thinking, okay, nothing is working out, what is this, my own people are not cooperating, and what should I do, And one is, and lamentation takes a person very strongly. It's like you see somebody cheats a person in business, cheating हो गया है ना, cheating हो गया ना, तो हो गया करके becomes evil, is it not? That sadma goes so deep in his heart, is it not? Many people are not able to take up so many things which happen. Suppose one brother cheats or something like that, or anything happens, so many things keep happening in this world, again. What is the population of this world? 600 crores, 60 million. 6 billion. 6 billion. 600 crores. 6.5 billion. The 6.5 billion vectors. 6.5 billion independently oriented vectors. Beginning. That means any negative situation you imagine, there will be some fellow who will be in that vector direction. और गलती से वो पास आ गया आपके, तो वो आपका इमेजिनेशन रियलिटी में बदल जाएगा, ठीक है? That's what it means. So people think in so many weird ways, and people act in so many weird ways you cannot imagine. And therefore anything can happen like that. Now the point is that people carry it on, can carry it on and carry it on, है कि नहीं? चीटिंग करती है, ठीक है, अभी केयरफुल रहो, जो लोग को ना वो कोई बात नहीं है कि नहीं, है ना? सो जाओ, दौड़ लगाओ, क्या है ना, और क्या कर सकते हैं, मेक योरसेल्फ स्ट्रांग, है कि क्या होता है, फिजिकली स्ट्रांग रहता है तो मेंटली स्ट्रांग होता है, सो फिजिकली स्ट्रेंथ चाहिए, जरूरी है ना, इसलिए दौड़ लगाओ, है ना? Like now, suppose we met with a bike accident, our bike got spoiled, है कि नहीं? So you see how our devotees deal with the situation, you know? So now, okay, your bike got lost, bike got spoiled and broken and all that, like that. So अभी bike चला गया अपना, खड़गपुर there is no bike. So previously used to ride on bike like a big, शहंशाह, ठीक है ना? And all the students would watch it, कौन आ रहा है ना? है कि नहीं? पूरा एकदम यूनिक मॉडल बाइक है ना, रॉयल है पूरा, है ना, ऐसा लग रहा है ना, है कि नहीं? पूरा रॉयल कहीं तो है ना, कहीं से तो लेके आ रहा है ना, लाइक दैट. सो वन वी थिंक लाइक दैट नाउ, है ना, पीपल वुड आइडेंटिफाई, बाइक में आ रहा है ना, ऐसा है ना. अभी बाइक गया है ना, तो क्या करें ना, तो एक साइकिल उठा लिया है ना, ठीक है ना, है ना, है कि नहीं? साइकिल उठा लिया, साइकिल उठाने से क्या द इफेक्ट इज व्हाट, थोड़ा ना, थोड़ा हेल्थ बन रहा है कि नहीं, है ना? बीच बीच पंचर हो जाता है तो और हेल्थ बनता है ना. So one day it was puncture, after 40 minutes I was walking on the cycle, like that. Then finally I landed up in one fellow will repair it. वो मेरा शक्ल देखा, साइकिल की शक्ल देखा, है ना, बोलता है ना, हमें छोड़ते हैं ना, कर दो, इतना मुश्किल से पहुँचा, इतना मुश्किल से पहुँचा, कर दो भाई, है कि नहीं ना? अरे आगे और एक दुकान है, किधर है दुकान, ना आगे जाओ, है ना, राइट लो, लेफ्ट लो, कुछ तो दान दिखे बांध दिखे कर रहा था ना, क्या दान दिखे बांध दिखे, है ना, कोथा है ना, मतलब कोई भी दिखे जाओ, है ना, इधर भी उधर भी, है ना. Ahead I went second shop, है ना, शॉप तो खुला था, आदमी गए, है ना, फिर मैं चिल्ला रहे कोई है क्या, बोल इधर उधर ना, and somebody came up from some home, he said इकाने को बोलो ना, है नहीं ना, तो फिर क्या करूँ ना, तो कहीं और जाऊँ, कुछ पता है क्या और कोई दुकान, ला और आगे जा, हाँ लेके जा रहे हैं. So you see the point is what, now the question is what is there to lament, isn't that, ठीक है? तो सेहत बन गया और क्या कर सकते, so lamentation again, lamentation only occurs when one is in an excited state, like that. So the more one keeps lofty, expectation, the more one will lament. Again, that is the question, right? It is not. अब like say for example a company has sometimes one fellow is very depressed, क्या हो गया ना, प्रमोशन नहीं दिया, इतना काम कराया, इतना खटाया, प्रमोशन तो देना चाहिए था, है ना, मेरे को नहीं दिया प्रमोशन. So now what do why is he lamenting, what is the problem, his expectation was so high, therefore is a problem. There is another fellow, उसको कुछ हाई भी नहीं मिला है ना, फिर भी खुश है. आप क्यों खुश हैं, कंपनी से नहीं निकाला, एक साल और चलेगा अपना गाड़ी आराम से, कि नहीं, isn't that, ना? It's the same thing students, है कि नहीं? Somebody get 9.2 is morose, तुम्हारा क्यों खड़ा हुआ है, 9.7 आना था, है ना. Somebody get 9.7, वो भी morose, तुम्हारा क्या क्यों बत्ती उड़ गया ना, मेरे 10 आ रहा था इस सेमेस्टर में, है ना, कौन सा खड़ूस प्रोफेसर थी बदकिस्मती, है ना, ए लग गया उसमें, बर्बाद है लाइफ. अनदर फेलो उसका 5.8 आया, खुश है, तुम क्यों खुश हो ना, पक्का नहीं लगा, है कि नहीं ना, 3 में लाइकली था, है ना, कैसे तो निकल गया, 3 लग गया, है ना. So everything is corresponding to the
अच्छा चीज़ है।
नहीं ज़्यादा एक्सपेक्टेशन बनाने से सड़ गरम हो जाता है। So whatever comes in its own,
मिजरी
yeah, misery increases actually. Okay. So we can be happy, okay, this is not coming on. At least I'm getting the association to do this again. Because Prabhu was making the point, I'll go to Australia, but in a year at least 3 times I'll come again. है ना? तो जाके आने का प्लान करने से अच्छा इधर ही बैठ गए ना? So Prabhu is utilizing his time very nicely. He is going for preaching programs. He was asking me if you have some more you can give me, like that. So it all depends on our expectation vectors. Therefore actually the passion and ignorance has to be curved down so that our passion and ignorance have to be curved down so that our expectation vectors are in place at least. Is it not? The word of goodness is a requirement. Therefore solid sadhana has to be there. So that we can see everything in a proper light. Otherwise this covering actually keeps us entangled, more and more entangled. Is it not? People don't forget the shocks they have got, I am talking in a ridiculous manner, but then it grabs very strongly actually. Anything lamentation, it grabs very strongly. Zyada hi nahi is bahar, is it? That way. So therefore, these are Maya's ways actually of keeping us entangled, unnecessarily entangled. Again, that way. So therefore, as a devotee, we have to fight against this. Not that we are simply looping around in this. Is it not? We have to fight with this actually. As a sadhaka, one has to be fight with this actually. And therefore the countermeasures have to be focused. The countermeasures have to be focused. Then we will come out of the entanglement. As Krishna is saying, that he is above these modes. So if we connect to him, we can go out of the modes actually. Prabhupada explains so nicely, all these modes, this is not a permanent situation, it's a temporary situation actually. So that means we can cross over these modes actually. We can cross over these modes. And that's what the Lord is explaining in the next verse, the famous verse. Daivi hi esha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mameva ye prapadyante maya mitam tarantite. This divine energy of mind, consisting of the 3 modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. Just like, when there is misery and pain, many times people recommend, don't think about it. If you don't think about it, you can easily pass on. Just like, one is ill, and doctor says, ज़्यादा मत सोचो, है कि नहीं? कुछ और सोचो. That is why even in this hospital room they put televisions, So तो क्या है, ज़्यादा अपने बारे में सोचो नहीं, किधर क्या टूटा है ना, है ना, किधर डेंटिंग हुआ है, किधर मिंटिंग हुआ है, वो ज़्यादा देखने का नहीं है ना, इसी तरह। So therefore they play television, you know. तुम TV देखो कुछ रहो ना. So now what happens is that when one is not thinking about it, one is thinking about other things, you know, like that. Then actually we will see that the experience is not there. The experience is not there. No? But when you start thinking about it, oh, I'm in hospital. And I'm ill. An operation will happen. And 20 days module is created, you know. Then you start thinking about it, it becomes very difficult to tolerate. Is it not? Like sometimes, you know, you are ill, it becomes very difficult to tolerate. क्या हो गया, मैं पड़ा हुआ हूँ ना. Any person is, you know, is lying down और कोई आ रहा है, कोई जा रहा है ना. Person watching ये आया, ये गया, ये उधर से आया ना, और मैं इधर ही ना, है ना, like that है कि नहीं ना. कभी कोई आगे पूछ लेता है ना, कैसी हालत है ना, क्या बताएं, दिख तो रहा है ना. But then the point is because very difficult to tolerate. But then actually if we align ourselves to a different thought process, like one time Gaur Sundar Prabhu was explaining that Bhakti Shastri Maharaj was there, you know, and he was in Bhakti Vedanta Hospital, you know, like that. So then actually, you know, what he would do is that evening hours, what he would do, you know, for good number of hours, what he would do is that whatever videos are there in the Hare Krishna movement, you know, he would watch them. So जो भी, you know, whatever videos, dramas, Gopinath dramas, Arunyaya, this that, है कि नहीं? तो PK का TK, ना GK जो भी ना, हाँ, so that and any other, you know, like that, you know, he watched all the movies, like that, you know. तो जो भी टाइम थे उसमें, है ना, जितना भी, you know, ISKCON के इंसेप्शन से, you know, आज तक का मूवीज का कभी देखा नहीं था उन्होंने शायद, है ना, सब एक बार देख दिया है ना, लाइक दैट, पूरा कोटा पूरा कर दिया और ठीक हो गए ना. It becomes easier. That is the whole point. वो लिटिल कृष्णा, बिग कृष्णा है ना, बिग कृष्णा है नहीं ना, बिग एनिमेशन है, लिटिल कृष्णा है, लाइक दैट ना. तो है कि नहीं, तो वो सब देख लिया है ना. और फिर बच्चर महाराज का प्रॉपर, ना, है ना, प्रॉपर अभिचरण ना, प्रॉपर. सो ऑल दैट ही वॉच्ड, पूरा कोटा पूरा कर दिया लाइफ का ना. So you see, the point is like that, right? So it becomes easier for us to take it up. That means what? That means what? Now this has a lesson. The lesson is what? That okay, the lesson is what? That if you change your track of thoughts, the experience of the problem goes away. That means problem किधर है? So it is not exactly the physical problem which is troubling, but it is the physical problem which has, you know, ignited a mental problem, and that mental problem is what is torturing the person. And if you change the scene and the mental problem goes away, then even though the physical problem is a little bit there, but because the mental problem is completely gone, the experience of pain and misery will be very minimal, not there. This is called as transcending the modes. Mamevye prapadyante. Transcending the modes, actually. It is just a change of thought. It is just a change of thought. And that's all.
Krishna is saying you cannot do it.
You can do it.
Krishna is saying that.
Oh, Krishna is telling you can do it. Mamevye, that is what you have to do. That is what you have to do. Again. Like that. Is it that? It's very simple actually. Just like भूख लगा है, the child भूख लगा है, तो प्रसाद नहीं मिलेगा इतना आसानी से. And you cannot make. Child cannot make. It is not. But you call mother, mama, and she will get it. It's easy, no? Similarly, Krishna is saying, in that same spirit, Krishna is saying, खुद पकाओगे पकेगा ही नहीं, है ना? मटेरियल वर्ल्ड में कुछ भी पकाओ पकता नहीं है, एक्चुअली ये प्रॉब्लम है शिष्य को, पकेगा नहीं है एक्चुअली, बहुत मुश्किल है, वैसे कच्चा कच्चा रह जाता है, कच्चा कच्चा खाते रहते हैं लोग, है ना? लगता है कि हो गया, है ना? फिर खाओ तो फिर कच्चा, है ना? लाइक दैट भी एवरीथिंग यहाँ पर सेकंड लोगों को लगता है ठीक है अभी अपना गाड़ी आ गया, हम तो खुश हो जाएंगे, फिर खाओ तो फिर कच्चा, ठीक है? 2 दिन में गाड़ी का टी शर्ट टूट गया, है ना? तो 20,000 का पैसा, है ना? वो छोटा भाई लग गया, एक्सीडेंट मार के आ गया और टेंट लग गया, ठीक है? सो यू सी द पॉइंट, है ना? वो कच्चा, ठीक है? दैट वे लाइक आवर लैपटॉप, है ना? 36,000 का लैपटॉप, है ना? ठीक है? 36,000 का लैपटॉप, और बारिश आया, थोड़ा पानी घुस गया उसका, ठीक है? कच्चा है, ठीक है ना? लगता है कि ये लैपटॉप, ठीक है, i5 है, सॉलिड है ना, तो जबरदस्त ग्राफिक्स होता है, कौन सा ग्राफिक्स होता है? हाई डेफिनेशन ग्राफिक्स, ठीक है, वो सॉलिड है ना? कितना पानी गया होगा, जस्ट इमेजिन, कितना पानी गया होगा, 1 गिलास, 1/10 ऑफ द ग्लास भी नहीं गया होगा, ठीक है? राइट, गया, है ना? तो दिस पर्सन इज सेलिंग, पूरा मदरबोर्ड चेंज करना होगा, ठीक है? तो इसी, है ना, पूरा कच्चा है ना, कुछ नहीं, है कि नहीं? अभी अपना बॉडी देखो कितना सॉलिड लैपटॉप है ना, कितना भी पानी डालो कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं, है ना? तो क्या सॉलिड लैपटॉप है ना? पानी डालो नहीं डालो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं। सो यू सी द पॉइंट, है कि नहीं? क्या पका हुआ है ना, है ना? That is, you see the point is like that, है कि नहीं? But material things ना कच्चा है कि नहीं? लगता है ना लैपटॉप, है ना? लैपटॉप है, the complete man I have become, है कि नहीं? है ना? Because I have a laptop. So, है ना? So therefore this material world is kacha actually, and material consciousness is kacha, है ना? Like that. And now the point is that Krishna is telling, if you don't involve me, कुछ पकेगा नहीं है. There is a problem. ठीक है? People think मेरा हेयर स्टाइल बहुत अच्छा है ना? माया शक्ति उड़ा देती है ना? 5 साल के बाद आधे गायब है ना? है कि नहीं? इधर से कुछ तो पेनिनसुला दिखाई देता है. So that way, listen. So the point is this actually. You buy a dress and fashion changes, again. You learn a technology and technology changes, you know, again. So ऐसा है material world actually. Everything is कच्चा ही है. Therefore Krishna is telling, हाँ मैं भी ये करता हूँ. When you surrender to me, everything will work out actually. That is the principle actually. Therefore this material world is not worth looking at without Krishna. कुछ फायदा नहीं. कुछ फायदा नहीं. जैसे कि यदि आपको मार्केट जाना है, जेब में पैसा नहीं है, कुछ फायदा नहीं. बेकार माइंड एजिटेट होगा, है ना? ललचाएगा, है ना? लालसा, है ना? उग्र लालसा बन जाएगा, ठीक है? लेकिन कुछ फायदा नहीं, ठीक है? सिमिलरली चलिए जैसे फॉर अ चाइल्ड मार्केट जाना है, फादर के साथ जाना था कि कुछ डिमांड करे तो मिल जाए कि नहीं ना, गाड़ी पे जाके एडिटेट करने से क्या फायदा. इसे तो सिमिलरली इफ यू वांट टू सी द मटेरियल वर्ल्ड, यू सी इट विद कृष्णा एक्चुअली. अदरवाइज देयर इज नो यूज, एवरीथिंग इज रॉन्ग एक्चुअली. Just that. Everything is wrong. This is the point to be understood actually. surrender to Krishna is the prime most important factor. And we see material energy along with Krishna. Then things will work out again. Things will work out. Because at our level it does not work out. Material energy does not work out. And one is simply tossing around in a state of strain. In an elongated state of strain. Because desires are so much, and no matter what is the physical status, the experience is not there, the satisfaction is not there. And desires are so much, satisfaction is not there. Always that state of strain actually, and that pain. So only when we take this strong shelter of Krishna, only when we work on the countermeasures, that okay, instead of looping on, is my dose of illusion, imagination and so on and so forth, let me do some service. Let my body be of some use. Let my mind words be of some use. Something in the mission of the Lord. So when the more we practice that, the more we are getting liberated. Therefore, not to keep on idle is a liberation formula. Something for Krishna's service. Something for Krishna's service. Always. And then we are safe and secure. Otherwise, Daivi Yesha Gunamai. Very difficult. This entanglement will go on and on and on. It goes on to such an extent, people are on the deathbed, फिर भी नहीं छूटता है Still they are cribbing, lamentation. ये मेरे साथ ये अत्याचार, अरे छोड़ दो भाई. है ना? अभी शरीर भी छूटने वाला है, लेकिन वो थॉट नहीं छोड़ रहे हैं आप, शर्म करो. ठीक है, कर दिया, खत्म करो अभी, है कि नहीं? वो नहीं जाता है और ये मूवीज नहीं जाती. The dream doesn't go. The person is mourning in pain, लेकिन चिल्ला रहा है, बिलख रहा है, लेकिन टीवी देखते देखते बिलख रहा है. Yeah, I have seen my own grandparents. I am not feeling fury. The movie doesn't go, the posing doesn't go, the illusions don't go, and the pain does not go, the lamentation does not go, and still the hankering does not go. So therefore, strong shelter of Krishna is the only way out, by which we can transcend these modes and not be in this hyper strained out state. So we'll stop here. Shri Prabhupada ki Grantaraj Bhagavad Gita ki. Continue further on text 15 and text 6. 4 types of people who are surrendered to Krishna, and 4 types of people who surrender to Krishna.
वो मेटेरियलिस्टिक पर्सन को यही पढ़ना लगाता है. मेटेरियल मीजर्स को भूलने के लिए टीवी देखता है, मूवी देखता है. जो रियल पेन वो स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ.
So by that what happens? The pain increases again. There is no solution again.
Here change of thought means connecting thought towards Krishna.
Yes. Connecting thought to Krishna. Service. Thinking about Krishna, Krishna's past. When one comes in, when one adds Krishna, actually one's vision expands. And when one's vision expands, then you can digest everything. Again. अब जैसे संकीर्ण विजन मतलब एक छोटा सा अपर्चर है, उसके अंदर आप घुसा रहे हैं, घुसता नहीं है कुछ, टूट जाएगा, घुसेगा नहीं. लेकिन अपर्चर बड़ा है तो कुछ भी डालो घुस जाता है, कोई भी सिचुएशन डालो डाइजेस्ट हो जाएगा. That's what it means. Is it? That's it.
One devotee is asking that if there are no minimum expectations, then one will not have impetus to do anything in life, not even the minimum things also. When we spoke about expectation, not have expectation.
So what is the balance line of expectations? The balance line of expectation is simple living, high thinking, like that. That balance is already given by the acharyas, 8:8:8, enough. So that's it, what more do you want? Again, 8 hours for body, 8 hours for solid sadhana, service. The remaining 8 we can make for our duty. And balance is given. That's it.
Achieving anything in life.
Achieving something.
Achieving. Achieving.
Ambitions.
Krishna himself is saying, you don't focus on results and you'll get better results. So we need to spiritualize our thought process. Again, just because material consciousness is easier, we should not succumb to passion and ignorance. Well, we okay, let us become little greedy, let us become little materialistic, let this material desire let us span. At least we will do something and achieve something. It's very dangerous actually. It may be easy, but just because it is easy, it is going to create so many problems in our life. It is not. The person is thinking, let me be ambitionistic, material desire, at least I'll get a good job, But then that desire will take one out of Krishna consciousness also. He'll get a job, but then out of the Krishna consciousness will go away. So what good is that kind of fueling, that kind of passion and ignorance? Is it not? Better work hard for a spiritual desire. Is it not? We do a material activity for the spiritual motivation. Now that is difficult. But then if you don't do it, but that is safe. This is easy, but then this is so risky, is it not? So we may say, okay, let me, a little bit fuel my, greed or, materialistic, let's be a little practical, let's achieve something, then we will see, But उसके बाद कुछ दिखाई नहीं देगा, that is the problem, again. Right? कैसे दिखाई देता है? बिल्कुल नहीं दिखाई देता है कि नहीं? Is it not? Like somebody goes, it is difficult, is it not? Because you go one step, उधर से दूसरा step दिखता है, उधर से दूसरा step दिखता है, like that. The illusion keeps going on, is it not? Right? So this is material consciousness, very dangerous actually, Therefore, it's easy because you can say, okay, I have the motivation for a good job, big salary, therefore I will study, It's easy to do that. But then it's very risky. It can take us out of Krishna consciousness. That's the problem.
A person wants to earn good money so that he will be stable in life. So he will do Krishna consciousness.
हाँ तो ठीक है ना. So then when this is the thought, then you will also do spiritual activities along with that, है ना? Now somebody says, नहीं पैसा कमाना है ना और करके दिखाना है तो फिर मैं क्या है एक साल के लिए हॉस्टल जाके रहता हूँ ना. Focus. पैसा कमाना है, कुछ करके दिखाना है. बाद में कृष्णा के लिए ही करेंगे सब कुछ. तो इसलिए एक साल अभी हॉस्टल जाके आता हूँ ना. Focus, absolutely focus, Actually, हाँ बाद में सेवा करूँगा मैं I will develop expertise. I will develop expertise and then I will be able to serve the mission of the Lord at par, at the pace of the world. अरे वो pace में आपका है कि नहीं? वो pace में trace गायब हो जाएगा आदमी का, है कि नहीं? That is the problem, है कि नहीं? तो इसलिए the point is what? That we need to have spiritual consciousness for doing material activities also. करना है कृष्ण की सेवा के लिए, भक्तों के संग में करना, मॉर्निंग प्रोग्राम के बाद करना. प्रीचिंग प्रोग्राम के स्लॉट में साधना के स्लॉट में नहीं करना, है ना? ऐसा है ना? साथ में कुकिंग स्लॉट भी करना है ना? दैट इज द पॉइंट, नॉट दैट ना वी कीप टीचिंग, है ना? और जो होना है उतना में भी हो जाएगा,
जो नहीं हो रहे हम लोग ज़्यादा भी करके नहीं होगा,
और हो भी गया ज़्यादा वो छिन जाएगा। आदमी का बड़ा इंडस्ट्री हो गया लेकिन किसी ने उसको, ठीक है, लाइक वन फेलो ना, ही एस्टैब्लिश्ड अ कंपनी, एंटरप्रेन्योर। आजकल थोड़ा एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के बारे में तो क्या करें, अपना भी कंपनी सो बट दिस डेटा एनालिसिस आई डिड लॉन्ग टाइम बैक, बिकॉज क्या 3 साल से तो अपना कंपनी चल रहा है ना। सो देयर वाज वन फेलो ओपनड अ कंपनी। तो अभी क्या हुआ, कंपनी में 10-12 एम्प्लॉयज अपना चल रहा था, लाइफ है कि नहीं ना, सबको 50, 60, 40 में से सैलरी, खुद का भी वेल टू डू के टाइप्स, है ना। 15-20 लाख आया था और 10 साल, है कि नहीं, 15-20-25, ठीक है, नॉट बैड, ठीक है, इसको चल रहा है। फिर लगा कि इसको बढ़ाते हैं, तो बढ़ाने के लिए एक और पार्टनरशिप किसी से कर दिया है ना, लाइक दैट, समबडी एल्स एंटेड द डायरेक्टर बोर्ड दिस दैट, ठीक है, तो पार्टनरशिप कर दिया। उसके 3 साल बाद न्यूज़ आया कि उसका बेचारे का कंपनी बंद हो गया, मतलब बंद नहीं हुआ, कंपनी चल रहा है, वो आदमी बाहर हो गया ना। दैट अदर फेलो व्हाट ही डिड इज दैट वो कंपनी को ले लिया, इसको निकाल दिया ना। लाइक दैट, सो मेनी टाइम्स यू सी द पॉइंट इज नॉट ओनली एम्बिशन, ना, कंपनी बढ़ गया लेकिन ये आदमी बाहर हो गया ना। So now what is the use of it? ठीक है, पहले के लेवल में ठीक है कि sometimes unproportionate ambitions actually may take one astray, है कि नहीं? That is why one should have a spiritual course. Just because it is easy to run on a material motivation does not justify material motivation. Because not an iota of transformation will take place if we keep clinging on to material motivation like that. So we should have spiritual motivation actually. That kind of spiritual motivation will only bring about transformation actually. We need to have spiritual motivation. So we'll stop here. And so we wanted to have a short listing with our Alipur resident devotees again. So they can come in front and others can continue their various services.